It's Stephanie here. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. I am owner of Festive Creations by Stephanie. This one right here, Festive Creations by Stephanie. I own this. I have since the year 2017, and I teach people how to make beautiful things. I also sell supplies to make those beautiful things, and I teach people how to grow their online business through my business coaching group. And guess what? It's called the Circle of Awesomeness. Look, I made myself a new tumbler today. I'm super proud of it, and I don't have to worry about losing it because it's even got my name on it, personalized. I love that for me. Guys, if you've never gotten one of my wreath kits before, let me show you what you get. First of all, it will typically come in this package. Most of the time we're able to ship it all together just like this. Depending on how the package is, we try to keep it all together. But in this particular kit, you're going to get this beautiful eucalyptus bush in orange. You're going to get a little card to tell you where you can go and watch some of my tutorials. You're going to get 2 rolls of fabric mesh. Yes, I said it, fabric mesh. This beautiful fabric mesh that we all love. This one is in the orange, natural, and sage, and this one is in the red. So you get 2 rolls of that fabric mesh. You also get the 15-inch elevated work frame in orange, and this adorable fall truck. And look at all the colors we can pull out of there. I paired up some fun ribbon, and you'll notice that there's not any of this turquoise color ribbon in here because I really wanted the contrast. I don't want to bring that turquoise color around the edges, and it is a sagey color, so I am pulling some sage this way. A couple of things that do not come with the wreath kit. When I attach my sign, I use pipe cleaners, and so the pipe cleaners do not come with your wreath kit. I'm trying to find the right color again. Why am I always fighting with colors? That one's brown. This one's black. I think this one's blue. Definitely not. Ooh, maybe this one. You know what? I think we can use red on that one. So I'm going to use pipe cleaners, but I'm also going to use my staple gun with 1/4-inch staples. So those 2 things do not come in the wreath kit. But remember, if you're not sure where you're going to put that sign, you can always look at your placement before you add the mesh. So I'm actually going to put this sign a little off to the side. So that means I want a pipe cleaner about right here, and about right here, and about right here. But this one is going to have to connect clear over here. So I do need to be mindful of that. But I'm just going to hold my fingers there and there and kind of do a visual. Actually, I can do an X marks the spot, X marks the spot, and then one about right here, and then way over in the corner here. All right, I am heating up my glue gun because I like to put a little spot of glue right over the top of those staples. Remember, these are 1/4-inch staples, and I only know that my signs will accommodate those 1/4-inch. If you're not sure, please don't staple into something and have the staples come out the other side and ruin your sign. So please make sure you test that out before you ever do anything. So I'm going to set that aside, and let's get started on this fabric mesh. So this is a orange, natural, and sage fabric mesh. I may have some extra of it. I'm not sure. I always pull out what I need for my wreath kits first. And then, ooh, if I do, I don't have very many. Let me see. It's this one. Yeah, if I do, it looks like I have less than 1 case of this left. But I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to be using this red fabric mesh. So if you've never worked with fabric mesh before, fabric mesh not only is easy and pliable to work with, it's very easy on your hands. It doesn't tear up your finger, you know, like if the deco mesh bothers your hands. Now, I don't even stock deco mesh that doesn't have metallic foil in it because I hate it that much. I know it's $1 or more cheaper than the metallic mesh, but y'all, I just can't. I hate it. It frays more than the metallic mesh, and so I don't even carry it. I haven't carried it in years. Have not. Okay, so let's get busy. Yeah, that's the red, and where did I do it? That one. There we go. There is the orange natural and sage. Ta-da! So for this kit, we can do the traditional. I like to use anywhere from 32 to 36 inches. Now, y'all, if you don't like to have mesh left over on your roll, and I don't, it annoys me. It truly annoys me to have that much mesh left over on a roll. I'm better off just to make it 36 inches long and use up all that mesh, or at least 90% of it. So let's cut these at 36 inches. And because it is the fabric mesh, it's a lot more pliable. And so it's going to be a little more forgiving than our deco mesh. Okay, so didn't explain the first one, so I'm going to stop and slow down a minute and tell you what I'm doing. So that 36 inches of mesh, I'm coming right down the center, and I can't see the camera, so I want to make sure that you can see me. That would be horrible if you couldn't see me doing this. So I'm just going to roll that up a couple of turns, not real thick, about the size of a quarter, $half at the most, and I'm going to clip that off. You can use a clothespin, or I got this clip at, actually I got it at a truck stop, but they have them at the hardware store. And I'm going to do that just the same on the opposite side. I'm going to come in a couple of curls, and then I'm just going to start walking right up the center with my fingers, gathering it all as I come together. Then when I'm done, I'm going to remove that clip, and now I have like a little butterfly shape. I am going to bring that back over here. Here's my first one. I'm going to skip this because this is going to be red, and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to place another one of the orange and natural and sage colors. D, you want to do a double mesh method, 2 pieces, 1 twist tie underneath you made. I want to do 4 colors. And yes, that would be beautiful, D. That would be absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to continue all the way around the bottom until I have all of the outer edge of this orange, sage, and natural. And then we're going to come back and fill it in with the red. All right, so now we're going to start on the red on the bottom. I think in mind, because that's a lot of money for the customer to pay, right? Lots and lots of money. And I always try to keep things affordable. That's my key word, affordable. Okay, so I've got one more, and that's the one that I did accidentally back at the beginning. So let's grab it, and we are ready to start attaching some fun colors in here. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to attach our sign so we can get it mounted and placed. So of course, if you missed in the beginning, I did use these red pipe cleaners. I do have them available in the shop, and then I used my 1/4" staples and went over it with a little bit of glue. Then I measured it out so that it would be aligned with my wire frame. So I'm gonna reach those pipe cleaners down there through the mesh. Remember, you wanna go through the mesh and don't push the mesh out of your way, or else it will and can cause a permanent separation in your mesh. Forever and ever. Now let's talk about ribbon. So now you can see why this ribbon is part of our design. You can see how I pulled that mustard orange color out of our sign. So this one is actually called mustard orange, red and orange. Then I also brought out this one, which, let me turn it around so I can type in the number, 193974. Sounds like 8675. This one is a rust. So that's what this color is more resembling to a rust, but it brings out that, it's not only got the rust in it, but it also has that darker red. And then this one, of course, is bringing us contrast with that little cream, but it's also drawing our eye to that cream pumpkin in the center. So the pumpkin in the center, that cream one, was kind of getting lost in there. And so just by pulling in this ribbon, it helps draw that out. Now you'll notice that all three of these are 2.5" ribbons. Wow, so you're gonna get a lot of ribbon with this kit. It's one of the reasons a little bit pricier. And then don't forget, you're gonna get this eucalyptus bush. So let's cut some 12" ribbon strips. We're gonna need, let's start out, because this one is covered up and this one's covered up. So instead of doing 18, let's start out with 16 and see where that takes us. So we only need 16 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I do have to count out loud. 13, 14, 15, 16. Tell me I'm not the only one. Okay, let's cut a few of these, and so we can start to see what we're gonna deal with here. Now with 2.5" ribbon tails are always fun. If you watched me Monday, I did a little bit of a different kind of ribbon. Oh, it's in the other room. Instead of ribbon tails, we did like little miniature bows inside using the 1.5" ribbon, and we had two 2.5" ribbons and one 1.5" ribbon. So we made, it was a lot of fun. It was fun. Okay, there's the first one. And let's do another one. I'll finish dovetailing those shortly. I just want to get a couple started so you guys can see them and see what that's going to look like. Alrighty, get my coordination going on here. 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is fun because it's almost like the pumpkins are painted on, so it's like stiffer right there. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. Nope, I need 16. Let's do one more. If I have one too many, that's okay. It'll go in my little drawer where I keep special ribbon that I've cut too much of. All right. I want to do the pumpkins on top. So let's start with the cream, the natural and cream colored pumpkins on top. Fold that in half and give it that a little pinch. And let's start down here and add a ribbon tail. Now, if you are one of those that it's going to drive you absolutely nuts that the pumpkins are going the right way this way and not the right way that way, I'm sorry. There's not a whole lot we're going to do about it. Now, if we were doing a bow, let me see. If we did that, give it a twist, and then another, nope, can't do it. Nope, nope, nope. You're just going to have to go with upside down. And I'm going to bet if you are at a craft show and you've got a pumpkin that's upside down on your ribbon, not one of those customers or spectators are going to go, oh, that pumpkin is upside down. Not one. How do I know? Because I know. I've been there. So these guys, they are called an orange eucalyptus. And did I put them? I think I put them in the list. Yes, I did. So that's them. They are the sliders, so they have the pushers, but that also means that I can divide them up if I want. And I don't need a big long piece like this. So I'm gonna cut this into 2 pieces. And where I cut that there, I'm just gonna take that wire and kind of bend it backwards so that that doesn't slip off of there. So now I have 2 separate pieces of that eucalyptus. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut. Now this one has 3 sections on it, so I can do 1, 2, 3. So that gives me 5. I want a total of at least 8. So let's get 8 of these. That one doesn't need. So there's 5, 6, 7. But this one is longer. It has like a T-tip to the top. I don't know why I called that a T-tip, but it just sounded good at the time. And that way those won't slide off of there once I get them attached to the wreath. Okay, I've got my glue over here heating up in my glue pot. And so what I'm gonna do is, if you recall earlier, I said I was gonna make like a crescent shape, and we're gonna come around that way. I do wanna bring some right in here. Let me bring one of those with the 3 right here. So we're gonna come in here. Anytime I can find a twist tie to attach it to, I can wrap that twist tie around it, but I'm also going to use glue too. I'm gonna use both the glue and the twist tie whenever possible. So then, there we go. So then the next ones will actually go coordinate with our ribbon tails. But see how I'm going to kind of go right into the mesh, wiggle that around, take my twist tie and secure it both ways with the twist tie and the glue. And boom, that is done. And I wanted to just barely touch our sign. Or if it's not touching, I want it right next to the sign. Almost like they're holding hands. Almost. What if, just hear me out, just hear me out. What if I took this, oh my goodness, and I did just a real fun, whimsical, do a twist, loop, pinch, twist, loop, pinch. You know, I think my husband went to bed and didn't say a darn word to me. He's on what they call summer hours, and so he gets up at 4:30 to be in at work at 6. He leaves here about 5 o'clock. And twist. And twist. Guys, hey, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And again, this video will also be used as the tutorial for this wreath kit. So if you purchase or plan on purchasing this wreath kit, which is what? Wreath kit 310 or sold 100, make sure you save this video so you can come back and look at some suggestions that I had when we made ours here tonight live. So, all right, guys. Oh, Lisa, amen to that. Girl, I know, right? I know. All right, y'all. You have a great rest of your evening. I will be back tomorrow at noon Central, and we're going to finish that live sale from yesterday that got interrupted by the internet. So have a great night. Get some good rest, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.